Welcome to Inside IU Volleyball with Sherry Dunbar and Coach. A ton of competition this past weekend, a lot of games in a short period of time, and you liked a lot of what you saw.
We opened the day with Western Kentucky, who is generally a top 30 team in the country. A little bit undersized generally, but extremely good ball control, aggressive hitters, great athletes. So that was a great way to open the day and kind of see where we were. We beat them in 3. We played best 2 out of 3. So if we went to 3, we went to 15. So we tried some different things. We ran a 6-2, which means we had 2 setters running. So we brought Whitney Granado with us and had 6 attackers. And then the second set, we tried to run a 5-1. Didn't work as well, but we came back with a 6-2 in the third set and beat them. And then UT Martin was our next opponent, feisty defensive type team. Beat them in 2, which I was happy about. And then our last opponent was Xavier, who's had some very good years, and they ended up beating us in 3, 15-11 in the third. So, but it was great experience, 3 different teams, and that's what you like to see in the spring. And one thing I like is we're going to see, I'm sure you'll talk about our schedule for this coming weekend, but we'll get to see Xavier again. So to see the improvement and some of the things we've been working on over the week will be good for us.
In talking with you this spring, you've been happy in a lot of ways with the way your team has blocked and terminated and the athleticism. You mentioned ball control. How's that coming along?
I think good. We've changed some things, and just a brief mention, but Mike Hebert, who was a Hall of Fame coach at Minnesota and Illinois, has been in the Big Ten for 28 years, spent a couple of days with us last week, and it was just one of the best decisions I've made in the 6 years I've been here, was to bring him in and just kind of watch our program for 2.5 days. And he really liked it, number one, which I was very happy about, and was very excited about the talent we have in right now and kind of the direction we're going, but gave us some tweaks we could do to practice and some different things. So we've been doing a lot more corrective type stuff in practice and giving them that confidence that if they don't dig this one ball, they get the same ball again and again and again until they find a way to dig it and change that mentality. And I think that has really made, even in the last 3 days that we've been doing it, a great deal of difference in that kind of confidence and mentality with our defense. So today we're doing wash games and things at the end of practice, and we're digging way more balls. So I think it's just up in the level of looking at our talent and saying we could be really good. We need to get them to play at a higher level and get them to believe that they can play at a higher level. So I thought just that type of competition and that type of training is really going to help us.
You mentioned this upcoming weekend. You've got high-quality competition. You got the University of Indianapolis up at the Indy Collegiate Spring Invitational. People think of the University of Indianapolis being a smaller school, not in the same division. But for their division, they're one of the best in the country. And then you've also got Kentucky, Ohio State, and Xavier once again. So this is going to be like kind of a mid-season type of schedule for you.
Yeah, it's a finale. It is the end of spring season for us, so this is going to be a big finale and really hopefully catapult them into summer and really see the things. They've been keeping journals throughout the last couple of weeks, and Coach K has been working with them individually and writing down things they want to work on in the summer. And so I think playing, especially like when we went to Purdue, that was the first weekend really of spring play. So this being the last weekend of 3 weeks of it, will give them a really good idea, especially playing teams like that, to look and say, okay, Kentucky and Ohio State for sure. Those are Big Ten, teams. So we're going to be seeing Ohio State again. So I think that'll give us a really good idea on where we are and what we need to work on, over the next 3 or 4 months before August turns around. Your Fun Fridays have gotten more and more interesting as the season's gone along. You had water polo last Friday. I take it no one drowned. No, I was on the road and got a funny picture of Kendall. We call her Nugget. She's 4'11". She had floaties on her arms, and she had things all over her to keep her afloat on top. But I think they had a great time. Water polo players came out and helped them learn the game. And, the great thing, and we've talked about this before, but our kids, were talking to me about it, and they said, well, that sport's way harder than we thought. You're treading water all the time, plus, you have competition at you, and there's a lot. I've seen cameras underwater for water polo.
It's mean. It's a mean sport.
It's a different sport underwater than it is above, and so I think they had a real appreciation for, just the type of endurance you would need to play a sport like that. But had a great time and did some little drill things, and then ended up playing a competition 3-on-3 type stuff at the end. And the assistant for water polo and a lot of the players helped. So we really appreciate that, giving our kids a look into a different type of sport.
And you've got dancing coming up. That's my understanding. How fleet of foot how light on their feet are many of your players?
Jade's probably our best dancer, I would say. Some are not so good dancers. So we'll see a variety pack probably in them, and we'll probably take a little bit of film footage.
So you said Jade's the best dancer. Do you have a prediction on who the worst dancer is going to be?
I will say who does not like to dance at all, so I couldn't even give, an evaluation, is Jordan. She refuses to do anything like that. So she will participate, because we kind of want them to all participate, but I don't think she's a real dancer.
Here we are closing out the school year in a lot of ways. The tough papers have to be turned in, and you've got some student athletes who are going to be graduating. You have to be very proud to see more and more of your players get that degree.
Yeah, Sam Thrower and Whitney Granado, who Whitney, with her time this spring has really come in and helped us out in the gym and gone to a couple of tournaments to help us run some different offensive type things, and never said a word, just anything I can do to help. I want to help the program. I'm really excited about the program. Sam, they're both doing internships, and they stop in and let me know how things are going. We're helping Whitney. She's looking for a graduate assistant job. She really is thinking about coaching, which I'm just thrilled about. And Sam in sports marketing, thinking about doing that. So, and then Kelsey Marshall, the only reason she's not graduating, she's still in Austria playing, which is fantastic. Her team is doing very well, and they're in playoffs. And if they win this round, then they'll play for the championship in a 3 out of 5 series. So how great is that she's having such a successful time in Austria and wants to continue doing that. So she'll be back to be our student assistant in the fall and graduate in December. And then hopefully, it sounds like she wants to go back over and play. So, 3 just really quality kids that are still involved with our program and really excited about the future. And I think they'll stay really involved too, which makes me happy.
Excellent. Well, a little programming note. Sunday morning, 10:30, for those of you who live in the central Indiana area, you can check out Coach Dunbar. She'll be profiled on the This Is Indiana show. But that does it for today. Thanks so much for watching Inside IU Volleyball with Sherry Dunbar.